Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this tutorial, I'll be discussing manipulation of background. Manipulation of background entails removing or replacing your background, adjusting the colors, texture or patterns in your background, adding gradients or shadows, blurring or sharpening your background. There are different means you can adjust your there are different methods you can use to manipulate your background. You can manipulate background by adding text or shapes to your background. You can manipulate background by adding two backgrounds together, that is by merging two different backgrounds together, by combining a play background and a text or a pattern or a texture. You can also manipulate background by combining different colors, that is different gradient colors. If you take a closer look at this classic gadgets flyer, you can see that the background has texture, it has a torn paper effect, and it also has a different background at the bottom where these gadgets are placed. So this is an example of a background that is manipulated, but is now looking like just one background, but this background has been manipulated. So that is what I mean by manipulation of background. Now we're going to learn how we can be able to manipulate background. If you are somebody that don't like using plain background for your design, I'm going to delete this text from here. Now let's bring in our colors. We want to merge different colors together. So you go to shape. Now you go to color. Now for us to add different color to this, another color to this purple, we'll go to gradients. So you click on gradients, click this plus sign. Now let's choose a color. Let's choose for this first one. So you click on it, you click here. Now if you have a text, if you have the text, the number of the color that you want to add, you click on this pen side and input the number of the color, then you click OK. But I want to select from here. You can as well use this color filter, color picker, to pick the color. If you have an image in your background and you want to use a color from that image, you can use this color picker to pick the color. Now let's choose color from this color wheel. So I'll click on this purple. With this, you can be able to adjust it. I have a detailed tutorial on how to use these tools on pixellab. You can check it out. Now when you are done choosing your color, you click on OK. Now let's choose another color for this, because we want this background now to have multiple color. You click here. Now change it to pick color for this other side. Click on this color, then choose the color that you want. You can as well adjust it, then click OK. Now you can see that we have two different colors here. If you want to add another color to these two colors you have here, you click on this plus sign. It will bring in another of this for you to add color. So you click here again. Now let's choose the color, then you click OK. When you are done, you can see now that this purple we have three different shades of purple. Now these little boxes you are seeing here now depends on how you want the color to look in your design. So you can click here to choose the one that you want. Now you can as well adjust it, just the way I'm doing now. You can adjust it to suit your preferred look, how you want your background to look. I think I'm okay with this. So when you are done, you click on OK, then adjust it to fill the screen. Now you can see now that this background has been manipulated. You can see three shades of one color, purple, reflecting on the background. So this is a way you can manipulate your background with using two or more different colors. Now let's add text to this background. So I'm going to lock it. Now you go to text. You can use any text of your choice. If you want to use numbers, you can use. Let me just use numbers. Go down, type again. Then when you are done, you click on OK. You can see now You can increase the text size. You can see. Then when you are done, you click on OK. Then you go to opacity. Now you can see that this our background has taken another look. It's looking like one background. When it comes to background manipulation, there are some important tools that you should know how to use, like draw tool, tolerance, opacity, color filter, eraser, erase color, shadows. These are important tools you should know how to use when it comes to manipulation of background. Now let's learn how we can be able to mesh two backgrounds together to form one background. For you to be able to mesh two backgrounds together to form one background, ensure that you know how to use the draw tool, because it's the draw tool that will help you to blend these two backgrounds together. So I'll go to import to bring in your background, but I have my background here already, so I'm going to turn it on. Now let me adjust it. So this is my background. Now let me bring you the other background I want to add to this. So you go to import, go to your phone gallery to import it. But I've imported the background already, so I'm going to turn it on. Now this is the background I want to add to this. So I'm going to crop it. I want to add this part to this background. If you take a closer look at these two backgrounds, you can see that this middle line is showing in between the background, but I want to blend these two backgrounds together to look like one background. So I'll go to draw tool. I'll choose the color. Of course, I'm going to use white. Then reduce the pen size. Pen size is how you are going to draw. I don't want it to be too thick. Then increase the smoothness, increase the blur radius. Now I'm going to draw with my hand. That middle line, I want to cover it. I want this up background to fade into this other background that is here, so that it will look like one background. I don't want it to somebody to know that it's two different backgrounds. Just as you can see now, use your hand to draw to close that middle line. Now when you are done, you click on OK. Now this is the line, so I'm going to adjust it. You can increase, you can adjust the width. If you did not cover all the parts, you can copy again. Now you can see that it's not looking like one background, but this is two backgrounds. So we have been able to blend these two backgrounds together. So this is another way you can manipulate background, by merging two different backgrounds together. Now when you are done, you lock here. Now it has formed one background. We can now create design on it. Now another simple way you can be able to manipulate background is by adding texture or pattern to plain background. So I'm going to turn this off. Now let's assume I want to create a flyer for somebody that is into baking and I don't want to use a plain background. So I'll go to shape. I'm going to select the color that I want. You can go to the color wheel to select the color that you want. Now I'm going to spread it. Now this is my background. I want to add texture. You can get texture or pattern from Pinterest. Now I'll go to my phone gallery. So let me log this. I'll go to import to bring in the pattern that I want. Now you can decide to crop it depending on how you want it to look. Then click on OK. Now you can see that if you spread this, you are not seeing the other background. So this is when color picker now comes in. We are going to erase this color so that this this pattern will be reflecting on that main red. So you go to erase color, activate it, then go to color picker. Once you activate it, automatically if you click OK, to delete all the whites in this pattern. But I don't want to take off the white, I want to take off the red parts. So I'll go to color picker. You can use this color picker, you can trace it to pick the color that you want. Of course, I want to take the red off, so I'll click on it. You can see now that I've erased the red part of this pattern. So when you're done, you click on OK, then adjust it. If you see now, it's just covering everywhere. So I'm going to use opacity. Like I said, opacity is very important when it comes to manipulation. So I'll click on opacity. I'm going to reduce it so that this pattern will be faint. You can adjust it to your preference. I think I'm okay with this 5. Then click on done, then you lock it. Now you can see this background reflecting like one background. So this is another way you can manipulate background. You can manipulate background by color. We've talked about how to manipulate background with color, by merging two backgrounds together, by adding texture or pattern to a plain background. We've also talked about by adding text. You can also add shapes to your backgrounds to manipulate them. Thank you for watching this tutorial. If you find this tutorial helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like and comment. See you in my next video. Bye.